Middle school, we had a uniform, and shoes were the only part of my outfit that I could customize to myself. So in 7th grade, I went to an outlet, and I saw some LeBron 9s, and I didn't really like shoes leading up to that, but I looked at them, and I really liked them. So basically begged my mom to get them, and they were like $60 or something. And ever since then, I've just fell in love with shoes. I also really like photography, so I followed a lot of photography accounts on Instagram, and happened to follow a lot of shoe photography accounts. And so I basically saw people taking really nice pictures of shoes, but they were also listings for the shoes on Instagram. And they were shoes I wanted, so I kind of looked into how it would happen, and I joined Discord groups, which described how the process worked. And then sophomore year of high school, or freshman year of high school, I purchased my first pair of Jordans Metallic 5s. Waited 3 hours to purchase them, and it was a really awesome feeling. In the beginning, the process of buying shoes to resell was a lot of looking on Instagram, looking at Kicks on Fire was a reliable source for when shoes would release. They'd give you dates and times as well as websites. And it was mostly 1 or 2 websites that I would know of back then. So let's say Nike.com, for instance, back in the day. They would drop at 10 a.m. and it'd be a waiting room, and you would literally just wait there until they hopefully gave you the option to purchase them, or they were sold out and you didn't get them. And that evolved into learning about a lot more niche sites. Kith was really small back in the day and easy to bot, so I started botting. And it's basically a software that will auto check out shoes for you. So I learned all about the sites. There's 3 sections: Shopify, and then sites like Nike, and then sites like Adidas, which are a little bit different. And basically my time shifted from spending time waiting in the waiting room to purchase them to buying proxies, finding credit cards, creating virtual ones on privacy.com, and basically just investing all my time into learning about the automation side of it. And it led to being able to purchase multiple pairs at one time, and then it just grew from there. So capital building is super important in sneakers, because the more money you have, the more pairs you could buy, and therefore the more profit opportunity. So it started as getting one shoe, selling it as quick as I could to flip it, and just trying to compound it over time. I have made a few big sales when I was younger, which I got really lucky on, but that really helped me build initial capital that I continue to just flip and build on. It's a lot more hands-off than it used to be. I used to get the shoes, post pictures of them, list them everywhere, sell them, package them myself, and then drive to UPS and drop them off. Nowadays it's a lot more get them in. I just put the shoe on Flight Club and tell them I'm going to send it to them, and then print out a label that they provide, put a bunch of shoes in one box, and send it all at one time, and basically they just handle the selling for me, and they take a little commission when they sell, and then they pay me out. The way I feel about shoes has definitely changed. I used to stare at the shoe, really like it, take a lot of pictures of it with camera and stuff, and now I kind of just see the shoe, I'm okay, that's cool, put it in the box, ship it away. So it's a lot more, I'm a lot less engaged with them than I used to be. Still like them, just not as infatuated with them anymore. I've always wanted to consider myself an entrepreneur and whatnot. There was no business program at LC, but I always did want to go into business, so I did the closest thing when I came here. It's been nice. Sneakers, at one point I probably did want to do it forever. It's not something I really want to pursue much more anymore. I want to move on a little bit. Maybe still keep it as a little side thing, but not as much time engagement. I don't want to spend all my time thinking and doing it. So right now I'm looking to go abroad, so hopefully that pans out. I want to live in Europe somewhere for a few years. But if not, I definitely will stay around business, but I can't tell you what.